last 2 or 3 minutes of warm-up, so please finish off what you're doing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the competition pool is now closed. Warm-up can continue in the diving pit. Before we get into the formalities, can I first of all congratulate somebody on reaching a trademark, in fact a landmark birthday. Happy birthday to Martha Miller of Blackpool Aquatics, who's reached the age of 13 today and is officially a teenager. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Manchester Aquatic Centre for the final day and the final session of the Swim England North West Regional 2019 Championships. These championships can only take with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers, and we thank everyone for all those efforts, and also thanks to the management and staff of the Aquatic Centre for their cooperation and support. The Aquatic Centre is a no smoking venue, and we do ask for your assistance to ensure that the environment is kept clear, litter placed in bins, and please don't leave any property unattended, as it may well get moved by the centre staff. The session starts today with the men's 100 metres freestyle, moves on to women's 50 freestyle, then into men's 100 metres breaststroke, women's 200 IM, men's 200 backstroke, and finally the heat declared winner of the women's 400 freestyle, followed by finals in the age groups 11, 12, 13 and 14. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of fair play, we ask you to switch off or at least put to silent or stun mode all mobile officials' pages and phones. If one was to activate at the start, it may well jeopardise an athlete. And please, no flash photography once the swimmers are signalled to the blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the pool deck the team of swimming technical officials. And the referees for this afternoon's session are Janice Whittle and David Bergam. And our starter, John Connery. Officials, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the competition will commence in just a few moments. We commence the swimming with event 651, which is the men's 14 years and under 100 metres freestyle. Swimming in heat 1. In lane 3 from Preston, Eric Inman. In lane 4 from Bolton Metro, Ruben Quayle. And in lane 5 from Stockport Metro, Dylan Fung. And the results for Heat 1 are on the scoreboard. Heat 2. Competing in Heat 2, Lane 1 from the City of Liverpool, Luke Kearney. Lane 2 from Holton, Samuel Highland. Lane 3 from Flixton, Lewis Gilbert. Lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Thomas Simon. Lane 5 from Copeland, Jackson Jardine. Lane 6 from Southport, Nikolai Patera. And lane 7 from Preston, Harvey Kinnear. Heat 2 result on the scoreboard. Heat 3. And competing in Heat 3, Lane 1 from Wigan Best, we have Daniel Haynes. Lane 2 from Old Sager, Benjamin Townsend. Lane 3 from Carnforth, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks. Lane 4 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. Lane 5 from Stockport Metro, Edward Parkinson. Lane 6 from Preston, Johnny Gibbs. Lane 7 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Kwan Ming Gua. And in Lane 8 from Preston, Emil Dawkins. Scoreboard shows the results of Heat 3, Heat 4. The swimmers competing in Heat 4. In Lane 1, from Leyland Barracuda, Jack Heppelstone. Lane 2, Bradley Snailham, also from Leyland Barracuda. Lane 3 from Wirral Metro, Lucas Horton. Lane 4 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 5 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Benjamin Horton. Lane 6 from Bolton Metro, Lewis Wong. Lane 7 from Carnforth, Owain Heathcote Jones. And in Lane 8 from Warriors of Warrington, Ronnie Wheel. And the scoreboard shows the result for Heat 4, Heat 5. Swimming in Heat 5, Lane 1 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. Lane 2, Stockport Metro's Luke Critchlow. Lane 3 from Wirral Metro, Ethan Robinson. Lane 4 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Reuben Robotham Keating. Lane 5 from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 6 from the City of Salford, Colin Hartley. Lane 7 from Stretford, Lewis Crosby. And in Lane 8 from Cockermouth, Rhys Jackson. And the scoreboard shows the results of Heat 5 as we move on to our last heat in this event, Heat number 6. And swimming in heat 6, lane 1 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Jake Christon. Lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas, Tom Arkwright. Lanes 3 from Stockport Metro, Rhys Grady. And lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Lewis Cotton. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Tyler Melbourne Smith. Lane 6 from Blackburn, Zach Walmsley. Lane 7 from Satellite, Samuel Prince. And in lane 8 from Southport, Callum Rowling. And the result on the board of heat 6 brings to a conclusion the men's 100 metres freestyle. We move on to event 652, the women's 50 metres freestyle, of which there are 15 heats, and this is heat number 1. Heat 1, and in lane 3, Isabella Evans from Southport, and in lane 5, Naya Smith-Stewart from the City of Salford. The result of heat 1 is displayed on the scoreboard. Heat 2. Heat 2, lane 1, Olivia O'Marney, Carlisle Aquatics. 2, Libby Grosstock, City of Salford. 3, Grace Lackey, Leyland Barracudas. 4, Grace Jackson, City of Salford. 5, Emily McDougall, Cockermouth. 6, Charlotte Wilson, Garstang. 7, Zara Mann of Preston. And 8, Maisie Savage from Sandbach. And the result of heat 2 is on the scoreboard. Heat number 3. And swimming in heat 3, lane 1, Ahana Maglan from the City of Liverpool. Lane 2, Mia Chan from Bebington. 3, Amelia Moss from Pioneer 79. 4, Chloe Scott, Stretford. 5, Eve Pendlebury, City of Salford. 6, Lucy Parsons, Prescott. 7, Sienna Burrows from the Wigan Best. And in lane 8, Neve Pryor, Bolton Metro. The result of heat 3 is shown on the scoreboard. Heat 4. Swimming in heat 4, lane 1, Kira McDonald, Stockport Metro. Lane 2, Abby Myers, Leyland Barracuda. Lane 3, Sienna Wren, City of Liverpool. Lane 4, Petty Chilton, Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 5, Holly Collins, Bolton Metro. Lane 6, Freya Johnston, Winsford. Lane 7, Robyn Jacks, City of Manchester. And in Lane 8, Felicity Boyle, Ulverston. And the result of Heat 4 is on the scoreboard. Heat number 5. Swimming in Heat number 5 in Lane 1, Georgia Sheffield, City of Salford. In Lane 2, Lucy Burrows of Wigan Best. And in 3, Francesca Brady, also of Wigan Best. 4, Aimee Ainsworth, Blackburn. 5, Sophie George of Winsford. 6, Holly Brown from Blackburn. 7, Heidi Hailwood from Leyland Barracudas. And in Lane 8, Imogen Sharp from Conforth. The result of Heat 5 is on the scoreboard. Move on to Heat number 6. Competing in Heat number 6 in Lane 1, Freya Miller from Fleetwood. Lane 2, Ella Blundell from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 3, Grace Whiteman Love from Bolton Metro. Lane 4, Olivia McLeish, Wigan Best. Lane 5, Lucy Osborne, Stockport Metro. Lane 6, Alexandra Prince from Blackpool Aquatics. And in 7, Daisy May Lewis from Flixton, with in Lane 8, Carys Roberts from Winsford. The result of Heat number 6 is on the scoreboard. Heat number 7. Swimming in Heat number 7 in Lane 1, Jessica Smith, Flixton. Lane 2, Ellie Moran, Preston. Lane 3, Francesca Ochelski, Everton. Lane 4, Molly Beeston, Nantwich Seals. Lane 5, Hannah McDonald, City of Salford. Lane 6, Maisie Leuchars, Bolton Metro. Lane 7, Ashlyn Warnock, Ormskirk. And in Lane 8, Amelie Ravenscroft, Warriors of Warrington. The result of Heat 7 is on the scoreboard. Heat number 8. Swimming in Heat 8 in Lane 1, Poppy Maskell, Crew Flyers. Lane 2, Georgia Carroll, Wigan Best. Lane 3, Kira Wiseman, Crew Flyers. Lane 4, Evelyn Loganberg, Trafford Metro. Lane 5, Tiana Kinter, Wigan Best. Lane 6, Charlotte Mead, Blackburn. And in Lane 7, Darcy Murphy from Nantwich Seals. The result of Heat 8 is confirmed on the board. We move on to Heat number 9. Competing in Heat number 9, Lane 1, Abigail Turner from Flixton. Lane 2, Freya Kelly, City of Liverpool. 3, Caitlin Gibson, Chorley Marling. 4, Rachel Banks, Stockport Metro. And 5, Maggie Goodwin from Stockport Metro. 6, Sophie Roberts from Kendal, 7, Ella Roberts from Prescott, and lane 8, Megan Smith, Southport. The result of Heat 9 is shown on the scoreboard. Heat number 10. Swimming in heat number 10 in lane 1, Lauren Airy from Preston. Lane 2, Samantha Harrington, City of Liverpool. Lane 3, Caitlin Denyer, Carlisle Aquatics. In lane 4, Millie Duncan, Stockport Metro. 5, Gabrielle Booth, Oldham Aquatics. And in 6, Mia Mason, Flixton. Lane 7, Chloe Shaw from Wigan Best. And in lane 8, Holly Longman from Bebington. Heat 10 result is on the board. Moving on to heat number 11. Swimming in heat number 11, in lane 1, Lily Gregg from Pioneer 79. Lane 2, Faye Milburn from Carlisle Aquatics. In 3, Maisie Redmond from Trafford Metro. In 4, Hannah Mayer from Bebington, and in 5, Ruby McFarlane, City of Salford. In 6, Jessica Pennifold from Southport, and in 7, Aimee Mayers from the Isle of Man. In lane 8, Isobel Dowd from Everton. The result of heat 11 is on the scoreboard. Heat number 12. And competing in heat 12 from the City of Liverpool, in lane 1, Mia Burslem, and in lane 2, Jamie Lee Tyson. In lane 3, Amelia Woods from Fleetwood. In 4, Amy White from the City of Liverpool. 5, Lucy Turner from Burnley Bobcats. 6, Georgiana Bott from Wigan Best. 7, Lily Smith from the City of Liverpool. And in 8, Ella Prescott from the City of Liverpool. The result from heat 12 is shown on the scoreboard, and we move on to heat number 13. Competing in heat 13 in lane 1, Molly Warburton White from the City of Liverpool. In 2, Amelia Mardell from Ulverston. In 3, Amy Crompton Hensford, Wigan Best. 4, Emma Flannery from the City of Salford. And in 5, Ella Falkingham, Southport. In 6, Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro. 7, Beth Robinson from Altrincham. And in 8, Elizabeth Waring from Preston. The result of heat 13 is on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat 14. Swimming in heat 14 in lane 1, Hannah Camden, City of Salford. 2, Jessica Williamson, Wigan Best. 3, Madison Wren, City of Liverpool. 4, Jess Procas, Cockermouth. 5, Holly Barden, City of Liverpool. 6, Tilly Copeland, City of Manchester. 7, Amore Hoke from Aquabears. And then 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, The result of Heat 14 is on the board. Our final heat in this event, Heat 15. Competing in Heat 15 in lane 1, Hannah Healy from Prescott. 2, Sophie Buckley from Halton. Lane 3, Katie Rawnsley from Prescott. 4, Himani Rowe from Stockport Metro. 5, Lisa Bargazi from Belton Metro. 6, Hattie Varley from Burnley Bobcats. 7, Lyra Holmes from the City of Manchester. And in lane 8, Rebecca Lang from Altrincham. The scoreboard now shows the result of Heat 15. We now move on to our next event. That is event 653, which is the men's 14 years and under 100 metres breaststroke. There are 5 heats. This is heat number 1. Swimming in heat number 1, in lane 3, Joseph Ashley from Warriors of Warrington. Lane 4, Thomas O'Brien from Knutsford. And in lane 5, Ethan Roberts from Chorley Marlins. I'm now in a position to announce the finalists for the men's 100 metres freestyle. In the 11 and 12 years age group, finalists are Lewis Gilbert, Flixton, Emil Dawkins, Preston, Daniel Haynes, Wigan Best, Ronnie Wheel, Warriors of Warrington, Juan Ming Guao, City of Manchester, Jackson Jardine, Copeland, Dylan Fung, Stockport Metro, Lake Kernin, Luke Kiernan, City of Liverpool, with the reserves Eric Inman and Harvey Kinnear. 13 years age groups, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks, Benjamin Townsend from Alsager, Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best, Callan Rowland from Southport, Owain Heathcote Jones from Carlforth, Jake Christen from the City of Manchester, Rhys Jackson from Cockermouth, Jack Heppelstone from Leyland Barracudas, reserves Edward Parkinson and Johnny Gibbs. I'll continue this during the next heat. And the result of Heat 1 is displayed on the scoreboard. Heat number 2. Competing in Heat 2. In lane 1 from Warriors of Warrington, Ronnie Wheel. Lane 2 from Trafford Metro, Ben Lavender. Lane 3 from Southport, Robbie Bishop. Lane 4 from Flixton, Oscar Smith. Lane 5 from Preston, Harvey Kinnear. Lane 6 from Copeland, Michael Connery. Lane 7 from Everton, Alex Blackburn. And in lane 8 from Halton, Samuel Highland. To complete the finalists for the men's 100 metres freestyle, the 14 years age group, the finalists Benjamin Horton, City of Manchester, Liam Carey, Wigan Best, Reuben Rowe Botham Keating from City of Manchester, Lewis Cottam, Stockport Metro, Tyler Melbourne Smith, City of Liverpool, Lucas Horton, Wirral Metro, Joseph Stout, City of Salford, and Rhys Grady, Stockport Metro, reserves Tom Wright of Leyland and Lewis Wong of Bolton. Swimmers, you're reminded you have 15 minutes and reserves to withdraw if you do not intend to compete. If you do not withdraw, you will be required to turn up at the call room marshalling, and failure to do so will result in a fine. You have until 14:48. Apologies for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. There is the result of heat number 2, and we move on to the next heat, heat number 3. Competing in heat number 3, in lane 1 from Blackpool Aquatics, Alex Stragan. In lane 2 from Trafford Metro, Ben Davidson. Lane 3 from the City of Salford, Nathan Hoey. Lane 4 from Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew Charlesworth. In lane 5 from Leyland Barracudas, Max Delaney. In lane 6 from the City of Salford, Sam Duncan. Lane 7 from Altasia, Benjamin Townsend. And in lane 8 from Flixton, Eber Mayer Clayton. The result of heat 3 is confirmed on the scoreboard. Heat number 4. Competing in heat 4, lane 1, Thomas Clark from Stockport Metro. Lane 2 from Leyland Barracuda, Tom Arkwright. Lane 3 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Huan Ming Gao. Lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Vadim Bosch. Lane 5 from Copeland, Finley Quayle. Lane 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Alexander Shearer. Lane 7 from Kendal, James Escombe. And in lane 8 from Aquabears, Daniel Canavan. Finalists 11 and 12 years age group for the women's 50 metres breast freestyle. The finalists are Zara Mann, Preston, Emily McDougall, Cockermouth, Darcy Murphy, Nantwich Seals, Lisa Barghazi, Bolton Metro, Madison Wrens, City of Liverpool, Naya Stewart, City of Salford, Lucy Parsons, Prescott, Charlotte Wilson, Garstang, and reserves Olivia O'Marney from Carlisle and Maisie Savage from Sandbach. To be continued. The result of heat 4 is now showing on the scoreboard. Our final heat, heat 5. Competing in heat 5, lane 1 from Bolton Metro, Jack Ashton. Lane 2 from Southport, Thomas O'Donnell. Lane 3 from Wirral Metro, Ethan Robinson. And in 4 from Carnforth, Elliot Woodburn. Lane 5 from Stretford, Lewis Crosby. Lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas, Bradley Snailham. Lane 7 from Halton, Ben Clayton. And in lane 8 from Stockport Metro, Kyle Bryers. The 13 years age group in the women's 50 metres freestyle, the finalists: Tilly Copeland, City of Manchester, Carys Roberts, Winsford, Mia Burslem, City of Liverpool, Beth Robinson, Altrincham, Jamie Lee Tyson, City of Liverpool, Evelyn Loganberg, Trafford Metro, Aimee Crompton Hensford, Wigan Best, Mia Mason, Flixton, and the reserves, Anna Healy and Eliana Kay. And the result of Heat 5 is showing on the board, and that brings to a conclusion the men's 100 metres breaststroke. We move on to our next event, which is event 654, the women's 14 years and under 200 metres individual medley, of which there are 7 heats, and this is heat number 1. Competing in heat number 1 in lane 3 from the Warriors of Warrington, Rokia Farag. In lane 5 from the City of Salford, Georgia Sheffield, and in lane 6 from the Warriors of Warrington, Ava Vincent. To complete the finalists from the women's 50 metres freestyle in the 14 years age group, the finalists Jessica Williamson, Wigan Best, Hermione Rowe from Stockport Metro, Jess Procas from Cockermouth, Emma Flannery from the City of Salford, Holly Barden from the City of Liverpool, Katie Rawnsley from Prescott, Amelia Mardell from Ulverston, Sophie Buckley from Holton, and the finalists Ella Falkingham from Southport and Lyra Holmes from the City of Manchester Aquatics. A reminder to those finalists and reserves that you have 15 minutes to withdraw if it is not your intention to swim. Should you not withdraw correctly, you will be required to turn up for the final, and should you fail, then you may incur a penalty. Your 15 minutes commences now. You have until 14:57 to withdraw. The result of Heat 1 is shown on the scoreboard. Heat number 2. And competing in heat number 2, in lane 1 from Southport, Isabella Evans. Lane 2 from the City of Liverpool, Elsie Burns. apologies, Elsie Bruns. Lane 3 from Carlisle Aquatics, Ellie Wilson. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Ella Prescott. Lane 6 from Wirral Metro, Gia Hothersall. Lane 7 from Bolton Metro, Lisa Barghazi. And in lane 8 from the City of Salford, Grace Jackson. The result of Heat 2 is displayed on the scoreboard. Heat number 3. Competing in heat number 3, we have in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Chloe Shaw. Lane 2 from Blackburn, Charlotte Mead. Lane 3 from Carlisle Aquatics, Millie Bell. Lane 4 from Wigan Best, Georgiana Bott. Lane 5 from Preston, Lauren Early. Lane 6 from the Isle of Man, Aimee Mayers. In lane 7 from Wigan Best, Francesca Brady. And in lane 8 from Oldham Aquatics, Elizabeth Ashton. Finalists for the men's 100 metres breaststroke. And in the 11-12 years age group, the finalists Alex Blackburn from Everton, Joseph Ashley, Warriors of Warrington, together with Ronnie Wheel from Warriors of Warrington, Huan Ming Gao from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Harvey Kinnear from Preston, Ethan Roberts from Chorley Marlins, Thomas O'Brien from Knutsford, and Ben Lavender from Trafford Metro, a reserve Samuel Highland from Holton. In the 13 years age group, Oscar Smith from Flixton, Jack Ashton, Bolton Metro, Thomas Clark, Stockport Metro, Matthew Charlesworth, Blackpool Aquatics, Ben Davidson, Trafford Metro, James Escombe, Kendal, Eber Mayer Clayton, Flixton, Benjamin Townsend, Alsager, reserves Alex Dragan and Michael Connery. In the 14 years age group, finalists Thomas O'Donnell from Southport, Lewis Crosby, Stretford, Max Delaney, Leyland Barracudas, Elliot Woodburn, Carnforth, Vadim Bosch, City of Liverpool, Finley Quayle, Copeland, Alexander Shearer, Blackpool Aquatics, Tom Arkwright, Leyland Barracudas, reserves Bradley Snellam from Leyland and Nathan Hoey from the City of Salford. A reminder, finalists and reserves, you have 15 minutes to withdraw if it is not your intention to swim. If you don't withdraw, you will be required to return to the marshals, and you will incur a penalty if you don't. Your 15-minute commences now. You have until 3:05 to withdraw. The result of Heat 3 is now displayed on the scoreboard. Moving on to Heat number 4. The swimmers competing in heat number 4, in lane 1 from the City of Liverpool, Sienna Wrens. In lane 2 from Aquabears, Amore Hock. In lane 3 from Clew Friars, Poppy Maskell. In lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Lily Smith. Lane 5 from Southport, Hannah Canty. In lane 6 from Bebington, Hannah Mayer. In lane 7 from the Warriors of Warrington, Amelie Ravenscroft. And in lane 6, also from the Warriors of Warrington, Natasha Gator. Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, or just to inform you, that the swim shop will close at 3:45. The swim shop will close at 3:45. The scoreboard shows the result for heat number 4 as we move on to heat number 5. And swimming in heat number 5 we have in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Jessica Williamson. In lane 2 from Stockport Metro, Lydia Keeley. Lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Millie Duncan. Lane 4 from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. In lane 5 from Stockport Metro, Mia Smith. In lane 6 from the City of Liverpool, Tanisha Benet Smith. In lane 7 from Altrincham, Rebecca Lang. And in lane 8 from Bolton Metro, Maisie Leuchars. The result of Heat 5 is now showing on the scoreboard. Heat number 6. Competing in Heat number 6 in lane 1 from Burnley Bobcats is Lucy Turner. In lane 2 from the City of Liverpool, Madison Wrens. Lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Sophie Trail. Lane 4 from Cockermouth, Jess Brocas. Lane 5 from the City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. Lane 6 from Warriors of Warrington, Sophie Weston. Lane 7 from Stockport Metro, Rachel Banks. And in lane 8 from Bolton Metro, Francesca Cullen. The result of Heat 6 is showing now on the board. Our final heat in this event, Heat number 7. And competing in heat number 7, we have in lane 1 from Prescott, Ella Roberts. In lane 2 from the City of Liverpool, Molly Warburton-White. In lane 3 from Altrincham, Beth Robinson. Lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Hermione Rowe. In lane 5 from the City of Salford, Lucy Dixon. In lane 6, Eve Pendlebury, and 7, Jessica Murray, all from the City of Salford. And in lane 8, Elizabeth Waring from Preston. The result of Heat 7 is shown on the board with a disqualification in lane 1. That concludes the heats of the women's 200 metres individual medley. We move on to our next event, which is event 655, the men's 14 years and under 200 metres backstroke. There are 6 heats and we'll shortly be ready for heat number 1. This is heat number 1. Competing in heat number 1 in lane 3 from Copeland, Jackson Jardine. In lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Sean Flanagan. And in lane 5 from Preston, Hayden Soul. The result of heat number 1 is now displayed on the scoreboard. Heat number 2. And competing in heat number 2 in lane 1 from the City of Liverpool, Thomas Simon. Lane 2 from the Warriors of Warrington, Thomas Hilton. Lane 3 from Lancaster, Annan Clark. Lane 4 from Ramsbottom, Matthew Dowd. Lane 6 from Preston, Emil Dawkins. And in lane 7 from Wigan Best, Samuel Quinn. I have the finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley and the 11-12 years age group finalists. Rokia Farag from Warriors of Warrington, Isabella Evans from Southport, Lisa Borghazi from Bolton Metro, Sophie Trail from Stockport Metro, Madison Wrens from the City of Liverpool, Ellie Wilson from Carlisle Aquatics, Ava Vincent from Warriors of Warrington, Grace Jackson from the City of Salford. In the 13 years age group, the finalists are Rachel Banks, Stockport Metro, Millie Duncan, also of Stockport, Sophie Weston, Warriors of Warrington, Ella Blotzage, City of Salford, Beth Robinson, Altrincham, Eve Pendlebury, City of Salford, Hannah Canty, Southport, and Gia Hothershall, Wirral Metro, and the reserves, Francesca Brady of Wigan and Elise Bruns of City of Liverpool. The 14 years age group, Tanisha Benar-Smith from City of Liverpool, Katie Rawnsley from Prescott, Mia Smith and Hermione Rowe from Stockport Metro, Jess Procast from Cockermouth, Lucy Dixon from the City of Salford, Molly Warburton-White from the City of Liverpool, and Lucy Turner of Burnley Bobcats reserves, Lydia Keeley from Stockport Metro, and Jessica Murray from the City of Salford. Swimmers and reserves, you're reminded you have 15 minutes to withdraw if it is not your intention to swim. If you do not withdraw, you will be required to arrive with the marshalling for the final. And should you not turn up, then you are liable for a fine. Your 15 minutes starts now. You have until 15:27. The result of heat number 2 is shown on the board. We move on to heat number 3. The swimmers competing in heat number 3 in lane 1 from Stockport Metro, Thomas Clark. In lane 2 from Bolton Metro, Reuben Quayle. Lane 3 from Preston, Johnny Gibbs. Lane 4 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. Lane 5 from Carnforth, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks. Lane 6 from the City of Liverpool, William Jackson. Lane 7 from Winsford, William James. And in lane 8 from Southport, Nikolai Patel. The result of Heat 3 is displayed on the scoreboard. Move on to Heat number 4. Competing in heat number 4, we have in lane 1 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Jake Christen. In lane 2 from Blackpool Aquatics, Maxwell Sturziker. Lane 3 from Winsford, Thomas Cood. Lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Rhys Grady. And in lane 5 from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 6 from Southport, Thomas O'Donnell. And in lane 7 from Stockport Metro, Edward Parkinson. In lane 8 from Kendal, James Escol. The result of Heat 4 is displayed on the scoreboard. Our next heat is heat number 5. Competing in heat number 5 of this event, we have in lane 1 from Ulverston, Ethan Alpress. In lane 2 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. Lane 3 from Satellite, Samuel Prince. Lane 4 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Vadim Bosch. Lane 6 from Preston, Leo Jessup. Lane 7 from Winsford, Lewis Turner. And in lane 8 from Southport, Flynn Smith. The result of Heat 5 is displayed on the scoreboard. Our final heat of this event is Heat number 6. Swimming in Heat 6 in Lane 1 from Bolton Metro is Jack Ashton. Lane 2 from the City of Salford, Sam Duncan. Lane 3 from Flixton, Benjamin Overland. Lane 4 from Carnforth, Elliot Woodburn. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Caleb Griffiths. Lane 6 from Southport, Callum Rowling. Lane 7 from Bolton Metro, Mark Tomset. And in Lane 8 from Romilly Marina, Davy Unwin. And the results of Heat 6 on the board bring to a conclusion the heats of the men's 200 metres backstroke. We move on to our next event, which is a heat declared winner event, event 656, the women's 14 years and under 400 metres freestyle, of which there are 6 heats. This is heat number 1. Competing in heat number 1, we have in lane 2 from Wigan Best, Isobel Lloyd. In lane 3 from Cockermouth, Amelie McDougall. Lane 4 from Prescott, Lucy Parsons. Lane 5 from Wigan Best, Eleanor Cross. And in lane 6 also from Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge. Ladies and gents, a 15-minute countdown to the close of the swim shop. Just to confirm, he will be closing at 3:45. Thank you. Have the finalists for the men's 200 metres backstroke in the 11-12 years age group. The finalists are Hayden Sowell, Preston; Sean Flanagan, City of Liverpool; Jackson Jardine, Copeland; Thomas Simon, City of Liverpool; Reuben Quayle, Bolton Metro; Nikolai Patera, Southport; Emil Dawkins from Preston; and Thomas Hilton from Warriors of Warrington. The reserve, Samuel Quinn from Wigan Best. 13 years age group, Charlie Collins from Wigan; Ethan Allpress from Ulverston; Jack Ashton from Bolton Metro; Helen Rowland from Southport; Mark Tomset from Bolton Metro; Maxwell Sturziker from Blackpool Aquatics; Samuel Grimes from Wigan Best; and Jake Christen from City of Manchester Aquatics. Reserves, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks from Carnforth; James Escone from Kendal. And your 14 age group, Thomas Donald from Southport; Liam Carey from Wigan Best; Caleb Griffiths, City of Liverpool; Rhys Grady, Stockport Metro; Brendan Bosch, City of Liverpool; Elliot Woodburn, Carnforth; Joseph Stout, City of Salford; Benjamin Overland, Flixton. Reserves, Leo Jessup, Preston; and Samuel Prince, Satellites. Finalists and reserves, you have 15 minutes to withdraw if it is not your intention to swim. Should you fail to withdraw, you must turn up for the final. If you don't turn up for the final, you may well be subject to a fine. You have your 15 minutes to withdraw, which concludes at 1:45 or 15:46. 15:46. We have the result from Heat 1 displayed on the scoreboard. Move on now to Heat number 2. Competing in heat number 2, lane 1 from City Manchester Aquatics, Robin Jacobs. Lane 2 from Southport, Isabella Evans. Lane 3 from Howbridge, Rihanna Archer. Lane 4 from Flixton, Mia Mason. Lane 5 from Wirral Metro, Emma Harwood. Lane 6 from Nantwich Seals, Darcy Murphy. Lane 7 from Ulverston, Felicity Boyle. And in lane 8 from Preston, Jenna Cross. The result of heat number 2 is now displayed on the scoreboard with a disqualification in lane 5. Moving on to heat number 3. Competing in heat 3, swimming in lane 1 from Preston, Lauren Airy. In lane 2 from Carlisle Aquatics, Millie Bell. Lane 3 from Flixton, Jessica Smith. Lane 5 from Winsford, Sophie Grindley. In lane 6 from the City of Liverpool, Eliza Radcliffe. Lane 7 from Bolton Metro, Neve Pryor. And in lane 8 from Carlisle Aquatics, Ellie Wilson. The result of Heat 3 is displayed on the scoreboard. Moving on now to Heat number 4. And competing in Heat 4, in Lane 1 from Prescott, Hannah Rusk. Lane 2 from the City of Salford, Hannah Camden. Lane 4 from the City of Salford, Jessica Murray. Lane 5 from Stockport Metro, Lucy Osborne. Lane 6 from Oldham Aquatics, Gabrielle Moore. Lane 7 from Wirral Metro, Gia Hothershaw. And in Lane 8 from Workington, Charlotte Grimshaw. And the result of Heat 4 is displayed on the scoreboard as we move on to Heat number 5. I'm sure the scoreboard will be back up in a second quote. However, moving on, the swimmers in Heat 5, we have in lane 1 from Warriors of Warrington, Lauren Jones. In lane 2 from Blackpool Aquatics, Martha Miller. In lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Lydia Keeley. In lane 4 from City of Salford, Hannah McDonald. Lane 5 from Crew Flyers, Poppy Maskell. Lane 7 from the City of Liverpool, Tanisha Benet-Smith. And in lane 8 from Southport, Jessica Pennifold. And as if by magic, it has reappeared. Coaches and team managers, please be aware that the start list for the finals are now available in the coaches kiosk. Start sheets are available now, which means there will be no break between the end of the 400 metres. We will go straight into finals. Thank you. Coaches and team managers, when you have collected your start sheets, can you please ask your swimmers for the early finals to make their way towards call room and marshalling. Thank you. take it with you. Moving on to heat number 6. And the competitors in our final heat, heat number 6, are in lane 1 from Stockport Metro, Hermione Rowe. In lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Eliza Pinkstone. In lane 4 from Wigan Best, Olivia Sheehan. In lane 5 from Southport, Ella Falkingham. In lane 6 from Bolton Metro, Ellen McKay. In lane 7 from the City of Salford, Lucy Dixon. And in lane 8 from Stockport Metro, Sophie Trail. And the result of Heat 6 brings to a conclusion the declared winner heats of the women's 400 metres freestyle. In just a few moments we'll be moving into our finals. Those will be finals for the men's 100 metres freestyle, age groups 11, 12, 13 and 14. The women's 50 metres freestyle, the men's 100 metres breaststroke, the women's 200 metres individual medley, and the men's 200 metres backstroke. Those will be with us in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto poolside the competitors for the final of the men's 11-12 years 100 metres freestyle. Your finalists: swimming in lane 1 from Flixton, Lewis Gilbert. Lane 2 from Preston, Emil Dawkins. Lane 3 from Wigan Best, Daniel Haynes. Lane 4 from Warriors of Warrington, Ronnie Wheel. Lane 5 from the City of Manchester, Huan Ming Hao. Lane 6 from Copeland, Jackson Jardine. Lane 7 from Stockport Metro, Dylan Fung. And in lane 8 from the City of Liverpool, Luke Kernin. The final of the men's 11-12 years 100 metres freestyle. The results of the men's 11-12 years 100 metres freestyle final are showing on the scoreboard. As we introduce our swimmers for the next final, the men's 13 years 100 metres freestyle. And your finalists: in lane 1, Mackenzie Ronson Horrocks. In lane 2, Benjamin Townsend. In lane 3, Samuel Grimes. In lane 4, Callum Rowling. Lane 5, Owain Heathcote-Jones. Lane 6, Jake Christen. Lane 7, Rhys Jackson. And in lane 8, Jack Heppelstone. Your final of the men's 13 years, 100 metres freestyle. The result of the men's 13 years 100 metres freestyle final is displayed on the scoreboard as we move on and welcome our finalists from the 14 years 100 metres freestyle. And our finalists swimming in lane 1 from the City of Manchester Aquatics is Benjamin Horton. In lane 2 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 3, from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Ruben Rowbottom Keating. Lane 4, from Stockport Metro, Lewis Cotton. Lane 5, from the City of Liverpool, Tyler Melbourne Smith. Lane 6, from Wirral Metro, Lucas Horton. Lane 7, from the City of Salford, Joseph Stout. And in lane 8, from Stockport Metro, Rhys Grady. The final of the men's 14 years 100 metres freestyle. We there have the result of the 14-year-old 100 metres freestyle for men. as we move on and introduce our swimmers for the next series of events, the ladies 50 metres freestyle. In the 11 and 12 years age group, your finalists are, in lane 1, Zara Mann from Preston. In lane 2, from Cockermouth, Emily McDougall. In lane 3, from Nantwich Seals, Darcy Murphy. In lane 4, from Bolton Metro, Lisa Bagazi. In lane 5, from the City of Liverpool, Madison Wrens. In lane 6, from the City of Salford, Nia Stewart. In lane 7, from Prescott, Lucy Parsons. And swimming in lane 8, from Garstang, Charlotte Wilson. The final of the women's 11-12 years, 50 metres freestyle. There is the result from the women's 11-12 years 50 metres freestyle final as we move on and welcome our finalists for the women's 13 years age group 50 metres freestyle final. And your finalists swimming in lane 1 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Tilly Copeland. In lane 2 from Winsford, Carys Roberts. In lane 3 from the City of Liverpool, Mia Burslem. Lane 4 from Altrincham, Beth Robinson. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Jamie Lee Tyson. Lane 6 from Trafford Metro, Evelyn Loganberg. Lane 7 from Wigan Best, Aimee Crompton Hensford. And swimming in lane 8 from Flixton, Mia Mason. The final of the women's 13 years 50 metres freestyle. The result of the women's 13 years 50 metres freestyle final is shown on the board. And please welcome our finalists for the women's 14 years 50 metres freestyle. Our finalists swimming in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Jessica Williamson. In lane 2 from Stockport Metro, Hermione Rowe. In lane 3 from Cockermouth, Jess Procas. In lane 4 from the City of Salford, Emma Flannery. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Holly Barden. Lane 6 from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. Lane 7 from Ulverston, Amelia Mardell. And swimming in lane 8 from Holton, Sophie Buckley. The final of the women's 14 years 50 metres freestyle. The result of the 14 years 50 metres freestyle final is displayed on the scoreboard as we welcome onto the poolside our next series of finals for the 100 metres breaststroke. And in the 11-12 years age group, our finalists are swimming in lane 1 from Everton, Alex Blackburn. In lane 2 from Warriors of Warrington, Joseph Ashley. In lane 3 from Warriors of Warrington, Ronnie Wheel. In lane 4 from the City of Manchester Aquatics, Huan Ming Hao. In lane 5 from Preston, Harvey Kinnear. In lane 6 from Chorley Marlins, Ethan Roberts. Lane 7 from Knutsford, Thomas O'Brien. And swimming in lane 8 from Trafford Metro, Ben Lavender. The final of the men's 11-12 years 100 metres breaststroke. The result of the 11-12 year men's 100 metres breaststroke final is displayed on the scoreboard as we welcome onto the poolside the finalists for the 13 years 100 metres breaststroke for men. And the finalists swimming in lane 1 from Flixton, Oscar Smith. In lane 2 from Bolton Metro, Jack Ashton. Lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Thomas Clark. Lane 4 from Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew Charlesworth. Lane 5 from Trafford Metro, Ben Davidson. In lane 6 from Kendal, James Escombe. In lane 7 from Flixton, Eba Mayer Clayton. And in lane 8 from Alsager, Benjamin Townsend. The final of the men's 13 years 100 metres breaststroke. And the result of the men's 13 years 100 breaststroke final is shown on the scoreboard. And now please welcome to the poolside our swimmers for the 14 years age group in the 100 metres breaststroke for men. And the finalists swimming in lane 1 from Southport, Thomas O'Donnell. In lane 2 from Stretford, Lewis Crosby. In lane 3 from Leyland Barracudas, Max Delaney. Lane 4 from Carnforth, Elliot Woodburn. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Varian Bosch. Lane 6 from Copeland, Finley Quayle. Lane 7 from Blackpool Aquatics, Alexander Shearer. In lane 8 from Leyland Barracudas, Tom Arkwright. The final of the men's 14 years 100 metres breaststroke. And the result of the men's 14 years 100 metres breaststroke final is displayed on the scoreboard as we move forward now to our next group of finals, which are the women's 200 metres individual medley. And please welcome to the pool deck the 11-12-year finalists. And in lane 1 from Warriors of Warrington we have Rokia Farag. In lane 2 from Southport, Isabella Evans. Lane 3 from Bolton Metro, Lisa Barghazi. Lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Sophie Trail. Lane 5 from the City of Liverpool, Madison Wrens. Lane 6 from Carlisle Aquatics, Ellie Wilson. Lane 7 from Warriors of Warrington, Ava Vincent. And in lane 8 from the City of Salford, Grace Jackson. The final of the women's 11-12 years 200 metres individual medley. And the result of the 11-12 years in the 200 metres individual medley final is displayed on the board as we welcome to the poolside our competitors in the 13 years age group 200 metres individual medley. And your finalists swimming in lane 1 from Stockport Metro, Rachel Banks. Lane 2 from Stockport Metro, Millie Duncan. Lane 3 from the Warriors of Warrington, Sophie Weston. Lane 4 from the City of Salford, Ella Bloxage. Lane 5 from Altrincham, Beth Robinson. Lane 6 from the City of Salford, Eve Pendlebury. Lane 7 from Southport, Hannah Canty. And swimming in lane 8 from Wirral Metro, Gia Hothershaw. The final of the women's 13 years 200 metres individual medley. The result of the 13 years 200 metres IM final is shown on the scoreboard as we move on and now introduce the finalists for the 14 years 200 metres individual medley. And your finalists swimming in lane 1 from the City of Liverpool, Tanisha Benet-Smith. In lane 2 from Prescott, Katie Rawnsley. Lane 3 from Stockport Metro, Mia Smith. Lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Hermione Rowe. Lane 5 from Cockermouth, Jess Procas. In lane 6 from the City of Salford, Lucy Dixon. In lane 7 from the City of Liverpool, Molly Warburton White. And in lane 8 from Burnley Bobcats, Lucy Turner. The final of the women's 14 years 200 metres individual medley. And we have the result there for the 14 years 200 metres. Well, we did have the result of the 14 years 200 metres individual final, and there it is back again. We now move on to our final block of finals. Those are the men's 200 metres backstroke. Hopefully we've got our contraptions sorted out as we move on to introduce the finalists of the 11-12 years age groups. And swimming in lane 1 from Preston, Hayden Soul. In lane 2 from the City of Liverpool, Sean Flanagan. Lane 3 from Copeland, Jackson Jardine. Lane 4 from the City of Liverpool, Thomas Simon. Lane 5 from Bolton Metro, Ruben Quayle. Lane 6 from Southport, Nikolai Pitera. Lane 7 from Preston, Emil Dawkins. And in lane 8, from Warriors of Warrington, Thomas Hilton. The final of the men's 11-12 years, 200 metres backstroke. Scoreboard now shows the result of the 11-12 years 200 metres backstroke final as we welcome onto the deck the finalists for the 13 years age group in the 200 metres backstroke. And your finalists in lane 1 from Wigan Best, Charlie Collins. In lane 2 from Ulverston, Ethan Alpress. Lane 3 from Bolton Metro, Jack Ashton. Lane 4 from Southport, Callum Rowlin. Lane 5 from Bolton Metro, Mark Tomset. Lane 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Maxwell Sturziker. Lane 7 from Wigan Best, Samuel Grimes. And swimming in lane 8 from the City of Manchester, Jake Christen. The final of the men's 13 years 200 metres backstroke. And the result of the 13 years age group 200 metres backstroke final is confirmed on the scoreboard. As we introduce the swimmers for our final event of this session, and that's the 14 years age group of the men's 200 metres backstroke. And your finalists, swimming in lane 1 from Flixton, Benjamin Overland. In lane 2 from the city of Salford, Joseph Stout. Lane 3 from Carnforth, Elliot Woodburn. Lane 4 from the Stockport Metro, Rhys Grady. Lane 5 from the city of Liverpool, Caleb Griffiths. Lane 6 from Wigan Best, Liam Carey. Lane 7 from Southport, Thomas O'Donnell. And in lane 8 from Preston, Leo Jessup. The final of the 14 years men's 200 metres backstroke. And our final result of the session, the men's 14 years, 200 metres backstroke final result is shown on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for your support, team managers and coaches for getting the swimmers in the right place at the right time, the spectators on the balcony for their enthusiastic support for all of their swimmers, and finally to the swimmers, thank you for your commitment to the sport, and I hope you've achieved your personal goals. With that, I hope you can join me in thanking the technical officials for their services during this session and throughout the whole of the Summer Championships, as I invite them to leave the pool deck.